Hana, 19 years old, with a heart full of quiet dreams. She wakes up in the house that always smells of fresh tea and old cedar wood. Sunlight pours through the wide windows, painting everything in soft gold, like a warm hug from nature itself. She rises slowly, wearing that gentle expression of hers, calm on the surface, curious underneath. Downstairs, the grandparents are already shaping the day. Grandpa Hiro in his brown beret, Grandma Sora in her lilac shawl. A scent of fresh herbs drifts up the staircase, gently calling Hana to come down. Twins, Mina and Yuki, burst through the room in their matching overalls, like two cheerful butterflies with nowhere to land.
Good morning, Hana!
The parents, with their gentle faces and earth-toned travel clothes, are quietly preparing for a short journey away. Outside, the old wooden station wagon waits patiently, like a faithful old friend ready for the road. Hana helps her grandparents in the shop, arranging teas that look like little jars of magic. Then Kai appears at the door, his dark hair a little messy, cheeks already turning pink, shy, as always. He says he comes for tea, but his eyes tell a different story, one that always leads back to Hana.
It's so nice to talk like this.
Yeah, it feels easy.
Meanwhile, Mina and Yuki circle around them, laughing and inventing games with no rules. The parents drive away in the old station wagon, waving with smiles full of warmth. Hana watches them go, a quiet ache in her chest, but the day is gentle and it carries her forward. In the afternoon, she walks to the river, that crystal clear stream that always seems to be whispering something. The flowers along the banks dance in shades of blue, purple, lilac, and red, a living carpet laid out just for her. The old stone bridge looks like it has stood here for centuries, quietly holding on to stories from seasons long gone. They call it the River of Seasons because it shifts and changes, just like life does. Today, something different catches the light, a shimmer in the water that doesn't quite belong to this afternoon. Hana leans in closer, her expressive eyes wide, catching every flicker of the mystery. A single leaf floats by, but it carries a color that doesn't belong to this spring. It's deep autumn red.
Hana, we're here! Come on, Hana! The river is so pretty! Hurry, Hana! Look what we found!
Hana smiles and takes the flowers, but part of her mind is still on the river and its strange, glowing secret. Back at the house, Grandpa Hiro settles into his chair and begins to tell stories about the river, the old kind. The river changes with every season, but sometimes it carries echoes of other times entirely. Kai comes back, maybe by coincidence, maybe guided by something quieter than reason. Grandma Sora nods slowly, her white bun catching the golden light like a small crown.
The river was so beautiful today.
Oh? What did you see?
The light on the water was magical.
The sun begins to set, wrapping everything in warm amber, a tender goodbye to the day. Hana lingers by the window, watching the light fade, still thinking about the river and its seasons. Mina and Yuki have finally run out of energy. They curl up together and fall fast asleep. The grandparents retire for the evening, two quiet figures full of a lifetime's worth of wisdom.
The whole family gathers. The shop full of voices and warmth and love all layered together.
Alone now, Hana walks back to the river in the dark, drawn by a pull she doesn't quite have words for yet. The water now mirrors the stars above, but also something else, a hint of autumn glimmering beneath the surface. Kai follows, his shy heart beating loud in the quiet of the night. Hana, are you all right?
I felt something special, something I can't ignore.
I feel it too. It's real. They walk back together, the night wrapping around them like a warm, dark blanket. Hana falls asleep with seasons swirling behind her eyes, spring and autumn tangled together in her dreams. But the river keeps flowing, patient, steady, holding its mysteries close until morning comes. The next morning rises with a light that feels different, like the air itself is waiting for something to happen. Hana wakes with a smile, something in her chest already leaning toward the river. Mina and Yuki are already at full speed, filling the house with their particular kind of beautiful chaos. Grandpa Hiro and Grandma Sora prepare the morning tea, a ritual as steady and comforting as the river itself. Kai arrives at the shop, a habit that is slowly becoming something more like destiny.
We should go back to the river.
Yes, together. A secret plan.
I promise.
The river waits for them, flowers swaying, water clear, the old stone bridge patient as always. Standing there, Hana feels it, the sense that something big is coming, like a brand new season on the horizon. The twins join them, carrying armfuls of flowers and laughing so hard the mystery doesn't stand a chance. Then the station wagon rumbles back up the path. The parents have returned from their journey. But the river calls again, quietly, insistently, pulling Hana's gaze to the window. A winter leaf drifts past in the current, impossible, unmistakable, completely out of season. Hana and Kai notice it at the same moment, and the look they share says everything words can't. The seasons are mixing, something has begun, and the adventure, the real one, is just getting started. Hana steps forward first, serene and certain, leading the way as only she can. Kai follows, his quiet love growing with every step he takes beside her. The twins watch from the bank, eyes wide with the kind of wonder that only 6-year-olds still carry. The grandparents smile from the house. They know. They have always known. The cycle continues. The parents watch too, quiet pride in their eyes, even if they don't fully understand what is unfolding. The river of seasons glows and reveals its very first secret. Meanwhile, Mina and Yuki circle around them, laughing and inventing games with no rules. A summer flower blooms right there in the water, growing from a winter leaf in the middle of spring. Hana reaches out and gently touches the miracle with the tips of her fingers. Everyone gathers close, ready. Whatever comes next, they face it together. The chapter closes, but the river flows on, carrying the story forward, the way rivers always do. Hana gazes toward the horizon, full of something she can't name yet, but already loves. The seasons swirl around her, spring, summer, autumn, winter, all of them dancing together. And so the river sings, the same eternal song it has always sung, for anyone patient enough to listen. Until next time, friend, when the mysteries of the river will unfold just a little more. Morning comes again, and the light through Hana's window feels different, softer, older somehow. A single red knee-leaf resting on the windowsill, placed there by no wind she remembers. She picks it up carefully, the way you hold something that might disappear if you breathe wrong. Downstairs, the smell of Grandma Sora's morning tea is already winding up through the floorboards like a gentle spell. His eyes go quiet behind those round glasses. He sets down his cup. He has seen this before. Where did you find it?
On my windowsill. It was just there.
Grandma Sora dries her hands on her apron and comes closer, her kind eyes reading something in the leaf that words cannot say.
The river is speaking.
The moment is interrupted by a crash from the hallway. Mina and Yuki have knocked over a stack of tea boxes. Again. Hana laughs despite herself. A real laugh. The kind that loosens everything tight in your chest. A knock at the door. Kai arriving at exactly the right moment, the way he always does, without ever knowing it. He sees the leaf in Hana's hand and stops mid-step, his camera already lifting before his mind catches up. "Can I photograph it?" he asks. And what he really means is, "Can I hold this moment with you?" The twins push between them immediately, demanding to be photographed first, obviously. After breakfast, tea, toast, and Grandma Sora's honey, they all agree they must go back to the river today. "I'm coming too." Grandma Sora packs a small basket, tea, wrapped biscuits, and something no one asks about but everyone notices. They walk together toward the river, all 6 of them, through the morning light, down the winding path. The twins run ahead. They always run ahead, their overalls flashing yellow through the green. Kai walks beside Hana, close enough that their arms nearly touch, far enough that his heart is pounding. The river appears through the trees, and even from a distance they can see it is not the same as yesterday. Where yesterday there were spring blues and purples, today patches of amber and gold have crept into the banks. Grandpa Hero kneels at the bank and studies the water, slow, careful, the way he used to read old maps. It's widening, the overlap between seasons, it's getting bigger. Grandma Sora opens her basket and takes out the small cloth pouch, holding it in both hands like something precious. Inside, 4 seeds, 1 for each season. She has kept them her whole life, waiting for this. Kai quietly raises his camera and lowers it again. Some moments are too real for a photograph. Hana stares at them. Something in her chest recognizes what her mind hasn't caught up to yet. The twins have gone very quiet, which for Mina and Yuki is the most extraordinary thing that has happened all morning by a considerable margin.
My grandmother gave these to me, the way I give them now to you.
Hana receives them, one by one, each seed settling into her palm like a small, warm secret. The river responds immediately. A ripple moves upstream, against the current, like a slow exhale. Everyone sees it. No one speaks. The air between them holds still. Then, from under the stone bridge, the glow returns. Stronger now, warmer. Like it has been waiting all night for them to come back. Kai steps up beside Hana, shoulder to shoulder this time, close enough to feel her breath steady beside him. Mina grabs Yuki's hand. Yuki grabs Mina's. Neither of them runs this time. Hana closes the seeds inside her fist and takes a step onto the bridge. The stone hums faintly beneath her feet, barely a sound, more like a feeling in the bones. Kai follows without hesitation this time, camera hung at his side, choosing presence over pictures. The twins look at the grandparents. The grandparents nod. The twins charge onto the bridge like a small, joyful army. From the center of the bridge, the glow is extraordinary, like standing inside a sunrise that belongs to a season no one has named yet. The water below swirls with all 4 seasons at once. Spring green, summer gold, autumn amber, winter silver, alive and turning. Hana opens her hand over the water, and the 4 seeds float up. Not down, up. They hover in the air above the river, spinning slowly, like 4 small planets finding their orbits. Kai reaches out, and one seed, the autumn red one, drifts to his open hand and rests there. Mina catches the summer gold one and giggles so hard she nearly loses her balance. Yuki cups the winter white one in both hands and goes very still, like she can feel snow inside it. And the spring green seed returns to Hana, settling back onto her palm as if it never left. Grandpa Hero watches from the bank, and for the first time in a long time, Grandma Sora's hand finds his, and they stand together the way people do when they have waited a very long time for something good. Above the bridge, the 4 seed lights pulse once, bright, and then settle into a soft, steady glow, like a heartbeat. Like 4 small heartbeats finding their rhythm. The river calms. Not gone, just resting, listening. Hana looks at Kai. He looks back. Neither of them has words, but both of them are smiling. A bird lands on the bridge railing, half its feathers spring, half autumn. It tilts its head, then flies away. They follow its path with their eyes. It flies toward the far bend of the river, where the water disappears around a hill they have never explored.
That's where we go next.
Not a question, just a fact she has known for longer than she realizes. No one argues. Even the twins, still holding their seeds, nod like tiny generals who have received their orders.
But first, there are biscuits, and tea is non-negotiable.
They sit along the riverbank. 6 people, 4 seeds, 1 basket of biscuits, and a river full of questions. My grandfather told me this story on a morning just like this. He told me of the river's bend and the secret it holds. Beyond that bend, he says, the river splits into 4 streams, 1 for each season. And only someone carrying all 4 seeds can walk freely between them. Hana listens without blinking. Something in the story fits the shape of a dream she has had for years but never quite remembered. Kai writes something in the margin of his book. small, private words he doesn't share. But he caps his pen and looks at Hana. The afternoon light begins to soften, the river turning a deeper, richer shade of gold as the sun leans west. They agree to return to the bend the next morning, all together, seeds in hand, ready for what waits. Walking home, Mina and Yuki finally start running again, and everything feels right because of it. Dinner is warm and full of chatter, the kind of evening that feels like it should last forever. After dinner, Hana sits at the window with her seed, holding it to the light, watching it glow green and steady. Good night. The house grows quiet, the grandparents sleep, the twins sleep, the cedar walls breathe. Hana lies in her bed, seed cupped in her hands. And through her window, the river glows faintly on the horizon, waiting. Tomorrow, the bend in the river. Tomorrow, the four streams. Tomorrow, the story grows. Sleep well, friend. The river of seasons is only just beginning to speak.
Of the bend arrives like it has been rehearsing. Clear sky, cool air, and a feeling in every chest that today is not an ordinary day. Hana is already dressed before the sun clears the hill, teal linen dress, seed tucked carefully in her pocket, eyes awake and ready. Downstairs, Grandpa Hiro is already at the door with his beret on and his walking stick out. He has not used that stick in 3 years. Grandma Sora packs a smaller basket today, just tea.
What they need
She
today,
says what they need
the
today,
river will
the river
provide.
will provide. Kai arrives at the exact moment they open the front door, camera around his neck, book in his back pocket, autumn seed warm in his fist. The twins burst out of the house in their matching overalls like they were fired from a catapult.
Seeds in our pockets! Chaos in our hearts! Let's go! Adventure!
They walk the path together, the same path as before. But today every leaf and stone seems to lean in, paying attention. The bridge comes into view, and even from here they can see the river is already different. The glow is outside the water now, not inside it. They cross the bridge slowly this time, each footstep deliberate, and continue along the far bank toward the bend. The far bank is different from the near one, wilder older, the flowers here taller and stranger in color. Mina finds a flower she has never seen. Its petals are half white like winter, half orange like autumn on the same stem. She looks at Yuki. Yuki looks at her. They don't say anything. They don't need to. The path curves with the river, and then they hear it before they see it. A sound like 4 rivers being played at once. They round the bend, and there it is, exactly as Grandpa Hiro described, the river splitting into 4. The spring stream runs green and bright, lined with young leaves and pale blossoms that smell like rain before it falls. The summer stream burns gold, wide and confident, with tall sunflowers leaning over it like they own the whole world. The autumn stream runs amber and slow, leaves falling continuously from red and gold trees that line its banks like a cathedral. And the winter stream runs silver and still, bordered by frost-touched reeds, and a silence so clean it almost rings. They all stand at the fork where the 4 streams divide, and feel the pull of their own seeds tugging like compass needles. Hana's spring seed glows brightest, pulling her gently, insistently, toward the green stream ahead. Kai feels his autumn seed warm against his palm, and looks down the amber stream with something that might be homecoming. Mina is already half running toward the summer stream. Yuki grabs her overalls just in time. Grandpa Hiro stands at the center of the fork, right where all 4 streams divide, and closes his eyes.
My grandfather stood here once. He said it feels like standing at the center of the year.
Grandma Sora pours tea, right there at the center of the four streams, because some moments need tea. They agree. Each seed holder will walk a few steps into their own stream, not far, just enough to listen. Hana steps into the spring stream first, and the water, impossibly, is warm. Around her, blossoms open faster than they should, petals spiraling past her like a slow welcome. She holds up her seed, and it dissolves into a soft green light that sinks into the stream like ink into water. The spring stream brightens, greener, livelier, as if it has been waiting for exactly this to feel complete. Kai steps into the autumn stream, and the falling leaves slow to a drift, as if the stream is pausing to take a breath. He raises his camera instinctively, then puts it away, takes out his book and writes one line, then releases his seed into the current. The autumn stream deepens in color, amber becoming copper, copper becoming the warmest shade of everything good about endings. Mina charges into the summer stream, splashing absolutely everyone within range, including Grandpa Hiro's beret. She laughs the loudest laugh she has ever laughed, and releases her summer seed into the gold current with both hands raised high. The summer stream blazes, gold becoming sunlight, sunlight becoming the feeling of a perfect afternoon that never quite ends. Then Yuki, quiet, careful Yuki, walks to the winter stream alone and kneels at its edge. She doesn't splash, she barely breathes. She places the white seed into the water with one fingertip, like ringing a tiny bell. The winter stream sings, one pure, high note that no one hears with their ears but everyone feels in their spine. All four streams glow simultaneously, and from the fork where they divide, a fifth light rises, something entirely new. It is not spring, summer, autumn, or winter. It is all of them and something older than all of them together. Grandpa Hiro opens his eyes, and a single tear runs down behind his round glasses. He does not wipe it away. Grandma Sara takes his hand and squeezes once, the way you say everything without a single word. The fifth light begins to move slowly, like a river of its own, flowing away from the fork in a direction none of the four streams go. Hana takes one step to follow it, and the ground where the fifth stream flows is warm and soft under her feet, like the earth itself is breathing. Kai is at her side in one step, camera raised this time, because some things are so real they need to be remembered exactly. The twins follow, hand in hand this time, which is very unusual and therefore very significant. The fifth stream leads them to a clearing, a place where nothing grows, but the air smells like every season at once. In the center of the clearing, a stone, old, river smooth, covered in markings that are neither writing nor pictures, but somehow both. Hana kneels before it, not because anyone told her to, just because it feels right. She touches one mark, and warmth spreads up her fingers, up her arm, into her chest, like remembering something she never knew she forgot. The stone's markings light up green, gold, amber, silver, tracing paths that look exactly like the four streams they just walked. It's a map, Kai says quietly. He opens his book to a blank page and begins to draw. Grandpa Hiro studies it from behind his round glasses and nods once slowly, like a man confirming something he suspected for 40 years. The twins trace the glowing lines with their fingers, each drawn to their own color. Mina to gold, Yuki to silver. The stone reveals one more thing at the center of the map, where all four streams reconverge. There is a fifth marking, unlit. No one speaks for a long moment. The river sounds fill the silence, all four of them layered together.
What
lights it? Mina asks, her voice small and honest, and exactly the right question. Grandma Sora smiles, the deep kind, the kind that means she knows but won't tell. Some things must be found, not given. The light at the fork begins to fade as afternoon deepens, the four streams settling back into their own quiet rhythms. They decide to return to the stone tomorrow, bringing only what is needed, leaving behind what is not. Walking back, the far bank feels familiar now, like a second home that has been waiting quietly for them to notice it.
Look, Hana,
Kai walks
the
beside
ink is
Hana
still
and shows her
fresh.
his drawing, the ink still fresh, the lines sure and
I
careful.
drew it for you.
She runs her finger over the unlit center mark in his drawing, and the ink there shimmers, just for a moment, just for them. They cross the bridge at sunset, the river beneath them burning orange and gold, the stone arch glowing like an old lantern. The twins are exhausted. Mina leans against Grandpa Hiro's arm. Yuki holds Grandma Sora's hand without being asked. Back at the cedar house, the windows glow amber, dinner on the stove, the smell of home wrapping around them like an embrace. Kai stays for dinner, sitting in the same chair as always, which is to say, the one closest to Hana. Grandpa Hiro raises his teacup at the end of dinner and says only, "We are exactly where we are supposed to be." Everyone touches their cup to his, even the twins, with both hands and complete seriousness. After dinner, the house settles. The fire burns low. The stone map sits in Kai's book on the table, a quiet promise waiting to be kept. Hana carries the map in her memory up to bed, 4 streams, 1 stone, 1 mark still dark and waiting. The river sings all 4 songs tonight, each stream holding its note, all of them harmonizing in the dark. Until tomorrow, friend, when the 5th mark will ask to be understood. Good night, dream of maps that only the heart can read. Hana wakes before anyone else, the house still dark, the river already calling from the distance like a voice just below hearing. She notices that, where the spring seed once rested, the skin of her palm still glows faintly green. Downstairs she finds Grandpa Hiro already at the table, Kai's book open before him, the stone map lit by a single candle. He looks up when Hana enters and smiles the smile that says, "I knew you would be up."
The 5th mark. I think I know what it needs, but it is not something I can give you.
Hana studies the shape closely, and for the first time realizes it looks like a person standing at the center of 4 paths, arms open wide. Kai arrives before sunrise. He couldn't sleep either. He finds them at the table and sits down without a word. Grandma Sora appears in her apron and lilac shawl. She makes tea without being asked, because she always knows. The 4 of them sit in pre-dawn quiet tea, candlelight, the map between them, turning over the question none can fully answer yet. The twins thunder downstairs at first light, animal pajamas, hair wild, completely undeterred by the serious atmosphere. They look at the map, look at the serious faces, look at each other, and immediately pull on their overalls. Ready. They reach the bridge as the first true light crests the hill, the river burning with the most extraordinary gold any of them has ever seen. Hana stops at the bridge center and holds up her palm. The green glow is stronger now, reaching toward the sunrise. Kai checks his palm, the faintest amber there, like the last light of a good day. His book sketch seems brighter too. The twins hold out their palms too, gold on Mina's, silver on Yuki's, both grinning so wide their faces can barely hold it. Beyond the bridge, the far bank path seems lit from within, every leaf holding more than its share of light. They reach the clearing faster than before, as if the distance itself has gotten shorter to meet them. The stone looks different today. Yuki is the first to say it out loud, the way children say the things adults are still deciding whether to believe. "It changed," she says, "but it's still the same stone. Are already glowing. They did not need to be touched. The stone remembers." The 4 of them stand around the stone, one at each season's mark, one at each stream. Grandpa Hiro watches from the edge, walking stick planted, and nods once. This is right. Grandma Sora stands beside him, hand on the basket, kind eyes holding something older than the morning. Hana places her glowing palm on the spring mark, and the stone hums under her hand like a living thing. Kai places his palm on the autumn mark, and the leaves in the clearing slow their fall completely. Everything holds. Mina slaps her palm on the summer mark with full confidence. The gold light blazes up immediately, warm as noon. And Yuki slowly, with both hands, eyes closed, presses her palms to the winter mark. A silence falls so deep it has its own weight. All 4 marks glow at maximum, and the unlit 5th mark begins to pulse, slowly, like a heartbeat deciding to start. But it does not light, not yet. The pulse fades and a warm silence settles. Something is still missing. Grandma Sora steps forward and kneels beside the stone, without hesitation, as if she has known this moment was coming. She opens her basket and takes out the last thing inside, a small folded piece of cloth, old and soft, stitched with all 4 seasonal colors.
My mother made this, and her mother before her, and hers before that. It has been waiting for this stone.
She unfolds it slowly, and inside is a single thread coiled small, woven from all 4 colors braided into one. She places it gently on the unlit 5th mark and steps back. Whatever happens next is not hers to do. For a moment, nothing. Then Mina, who cannot stay still for any reason, reaches forward and touches the thread with one finger. The thread glows instantly, all 4 colors at once, brighter than any of them separately, and the 5th mark ignites. The light rises from the stone like a pillar, straight up, and opens at the top like a flower made entirely of seasons. Everyone is lit by it, each face showing their own season, warm and particular and true. Hana raises her face to the light, eyes open, not blinking, and understands everything without needing words. Kai takes one photograph, just one, then lowers his camera and simply watches. The twins hold hands and spin slowly in the light, for once doing exactly the right thing without being told. From within the light, a sound, low and resonant, like a voice made of water and wind and old wood. It does not speak in words, but Hana understands, the way you understand a song you have never heard but somehow always known. The message, the 4 streams are healthy, but they have been separated too long. The river remembers being one. Hana opens her eyes and looks at Kai, at Mina, at Yuki. They all heard it. She can tell by their faces. The light pillar slowly descends, lowering itself back into the stone gently, like a candle that has said what it needed to say. The 5th mark is lit now, permanently, a warm white gold that does not flicker. It has waited a very long time for this. Grandpa Hiro sits on a rock at the clearing's edge and covers his face with both hands. Grandma Sora rubs his back. Mina tugs his sleeve.
Are you crying, Grandpa?
No, I am just very, very glad.
Hana kneels at the stone one more time and presses her forehead to it, just for a moment, just to say thank you. Kai photographs the stone from every angle, then photographs Hana still kneeling, and does not tell her. Yuki sits beside the stone and places her palm flat on the winter mark, listening to something only she can hear. The 4 streams are audible from here, and for the first time, they sound like one river remembering its own name. The parents arrive, walking up the path with a basket, having followed the light they saw from the house. The mother puts her hand to her mouth. The father reaches for her hand. Neither speaks for a long, beautiful moment. Mina and Yuki run to them immediately, and the parents kneel and hold them both at once. The whole family is here. Hana watches from beside the stone and feels the fullness of it. Family, river, seasons, all in one clearing all at once. Kai stands beside her, close enough that their shoulders touch, and neither of them moves away. Grandma Sora opens the basket the parents brought. There is food for everyone. She begins laying it out on the clearing grass without any fuss. They eat together in the clearing beside the lit stone, under the open sky, the four streams singing around them. Between bites, Grandpa Hiro tells the parents what happened, their eyes growing wider with every sentence.
And then the path just opened up before us. The trees parted, and the light was like nothing I'd seen. The path began to glow. The light swirled around the trees. It was like a dream. The path twisted deeper into the woods. The trees began to whisper, and then
The father gets up and touches the fifth mark with one careful finger and pulls his hand back with a sharp breath. I felt summer, he says, almost a whisper, and the mother beside him presses her palm flat without hesitation. Winter, she says softly, and they look at each other, two people who have just understood something new about themselves. Hana watches her parents and feels a love so layered she has no word for it, something between pride and tenderness and home. The afternoon begins to slope toward evening, the clearing's light shifting gold and long, shadows stretching soft. Before they leave, Grandma Sora wraps the four-color thread back in the old cloth and gives it to Hana.
Now it is yours to carry, until you know who comes next.
They walk home together, the whole family. The whole evening, the river singing all four notes as they go. Kai
Hana,
shows
look,
Hana the photograph he
I
took.
of you at the stone.
I remember this moment. The light was so beautiful.
She is quiet a long moment,
I
then
look like I belong to something.
You do.
at the bridge, Hana pauses and looks down at the river, and the water shows all four colors and the fifth all at once. She presses her palm to the bridge railing and the stone is warm. The whole bridge warm, as if it has always known. The family crosses the bridge together, one by one, then all at once, and the river hums beneath their feet like a welcome. Back at the cottage, every window is glowing. The parents had left the lights on, and the house has been waiting warm. Tonight, everything is different, and everything is exactly the same. That is the best kind of change there is. Good night, friend. The fifth mark is lit. The story is just getting deep. Three days pass. 3 ordinary, extraordinary days, tea, river walks, the twins catastrophically reorganizing every shelf in the tea shop. On the 4th morning, Hana walks to the river alone before breakfast just to listen. She does this now. It feels necessary. At the bridge, she looks both ways along the river and notices something new. The 4 streams are flowing toward each other. Slowly, almost invisibly, but moving. The river is beginning to remember what it used to be. She runs her fingers through the water from the bridge, and this time, all 4 temperatures reach her palm at once. Cool, warm, bright still. She runs back to the house, not because she is afraid, because she needs Kai and she knows exactly where he will be. Kai is on the front step of the cedar house with his book and tea, exactly where she knew he would be. She tells him in one breathless sentence. He closes his book. He does not even finish his tea. The twins hear the urgency through solid walls and appear in the doorway in their overalls before anyone calls them. Grandpa Hiro is already reaching for his beret. Grandma Sora is already tying her apron tighter. No one needs to explain anything. The parents join too. They have learned their lesson about staying home when something matters. The whole family walks to the river, all 7 of them, and the path feels the weight of the occasion. They hear the river before they see it, and it sounds different, deeper, fuller, like a chord where before there were only 4 separate notes. At the bridge, they stop, and below them the river flows with all 5 colors braided together, moving as one. The flowers on both banks have changed, all 4 seasons blooming together, side by side, as if they have always been neighbors. Grandpa Hiro leans on his walking stick and stares, then laughs. A deep, full laugh that no one has heard from him in years. It is contagious. The twins start laughing without knowing why, which only makes everyone laugh harder. Hana laughs too, the most complete laugh she has at all season. Something has been released in her as well. They cross to the far bank, and the path to the clearing is already different, brighter, as if someone left the lights on. In the clearing, the ancient stone glows with all 5 marks, and the air above it shimmers like summer heat but feels like spring. Beside the stone, something new. A single sapling growing where nothing grew before. Small, green, and bearing leaves of all 4 seasons. Hana kneels beside it, each leaf a different season, all on the same small branch. One tree holding the whole year. It grew from the river finally being whole, Kai says, kneeling beside her, voice quiet and certain. Mina tries to water it with her bottle. Yuki stops her. It doesn't need that, Yuki says. It needs something else. Yuki places one small palm on the sapling stem and closes her eyes, and the winter mark on the stone pulses in answer. The sapling trembles, then stands straighter. It needed to be heard. Even a sapling needs that. Mina places her palm on the other side. The summer mark blazes, and the sapling's leaves unfurl just a little wider. Hana and Kai place their palms beside the twins, and the sapling grows 1 full inch before their eyes. Grandma Sora makes a sound, not quite a word, more like something long held being set gently, gratefully down. Grandpa Hiro steps forward and places both hands flat on the stone, and all 5 marks blaze at once. The clearing fills with all 5 lights, and the 5th holds the other 4 together like a gentle, unbreakable frame. From somewhere along the river, a sound. Not water, not wind, something older. A low hum that feels like the earth deciding to wake up. The river is speaking again, but this time everyone hears it. Not just Hana, every single person in the clearing. The message this time is about time itself. This reuniting, the river has been doing it for longer than any family can remember. They have not created anything, they have only continued it. And that is everything. Hana looks at Grandpa Hiro. He is already looking at her.
Your grandmother's grandmother did this. And now you.
She does not cry. She stands straighter and feels the weight of it and does not mind carrying it at all. The sapling has grown another 2 inches while they were listening, and at its very top, a new bud. Something unnamed. Something 5th. Mina points at it. What season is that one? No one answers. No one has a word for it yet. Kai opens his book and draws it carefully from 3 angles and writes underneath. Name, unknown. Season, 5th. Status, becoming. The afternoon opens wide and golden. And for the first time in this story, nothing urgent needs to happen. The river is content. The parents spread a blanket. Grandma Sora produces food from somewhere. She always does. And the clearing becomes simply a good place to be. Kai lies in the clearing grass and photographs the sky through the sapling's 4-season leaves. Just the sky, just the light. Hana sits beside him, close enough their shoulders touch, and watches clouds drift through the sapling's leaves above them.
Do you think it's always been this way? The river, the seasons, the stone?
Yes and no.
The twins have fallen asleep on the blanket back to back, overalls dusty, braids loose, faces completely peaceful. The parents walk the clearing's edge together, talking quietly the way couples do when something has shifted their understanding of things.
Things feel different now.
Yes, like the world shifted.
Our understanding of it.
And each other.
Grandpa Hiro and Grandma Sora sit side by side at the stone, not speaking. Not needing to, their life's weight resting easy at last. The river sings all 5 notes now, and they harmonize in a way that makes the clearing feel like the center of something much larger. Before they leave, each of them places a palm on the stone one last time, not to activate anything, just to say, we were here. The stone glows a different color for each person warmly, personally, the river recognizing each one. They walk home as the sun begins its long, slow lean toward evening, the whole family in one line, shadows stretching long behind them. The twins wake from their naps in the grandparents' arms, carried, for once, without protest. Kai walks beside Hana and shows her the photograph he took of the five-colored river, the one the camera almost wasn't fast enough to catch. You can see all five, she says, even the fifth one, he nods, especially the fifth one. At the bridge, the river below them flows with all five colors, and the old stone bridge hums faintly as they cross. A welcome home. The cedar house receives them the way a good home always does, warm windows, something on the stove, the smell of belonging. Dinner is simple and warm and full of voices, everyone talking at once the way families do when a good day needs to be told and retold. After dinner, the house quiets. The twins sleep fast and deep. The parents sit with Grandpa Hiro and talk long into the evening. Grandma Sora steps outside alone and stands at the edge of the garden, looking toward the river in the dark. Hana joins her, and they stand together in the garden dark, two women from the same long line, listening to the same river.
Are you afraid of what comes next?
No, I'm curious.
Grandma Sora smiles, the realest smile she has given all chapter.
Good. That is exactly right.
Kai appears at the garden gate, as if he heard something or just followed a feeling. He always ends up where Hana is. Grandma Sora
shall
excuses
excuse
herself with a
myself
knowing
now.
smile, and they are left with the garden, the dark, and the river singing in the distance. Hana and Kai stand in the garden together, not speaking for a long, unhurried moment. The river fills the silence perfectly. Kai opens his book and shows her the drawing he made of her at the stone, face in the light, and this time she looks at it for a long time. "Can I keep this?" she asks quietly. He tears the page out carefully and gives it to her with both hands. She folds it carefully and places it inside the old cloth with the four-color thread. It belongs there. She does not explain why, and she does not need to. They say
Good
goodnight
night,
at the
Hana.
garden gate,
Good
and this
night,
time
Kai.
Kai does not linger. He walks home smiling, which is different and better. Hana stands at the gate a moment longer, the old cloth in her hands, the river in her ears, the whole season inside her chest. She goes inside. The house is warm. Everyone she loves is under this roof or nearby. The river is doing its work. In her room, she places the old cloth on the windowsill, and in the moonlight, the four-color thread glows softly. All five colors now, the fifth always there. She lies down. The sapling in the clearing grows one more leaf tonight, a fifth season one, and nobody sees it but the river. Good night, friend. The river remembers, and because it does, so will you.